because it's Tanoya Garcia.
Adjust this a little bit. I'll just take it right now. How are you? So I didn't just come from the US Open. I have this on because I'm menopausal and I just want to be proactive with the hot flashes. You never know when it's going to happen. So I was talking to the other comedians tonight. They're much more experienced than I am, and I said, do you have any tips? And they said, open with a joke. That was it. That was it. My husband and I usually have our date night tonight, and I'm sad to say that's not happening, but you guys get to be my date tonight. Yeah. It's pretty much the same thing. Like him, you're sitting there, drinking, staring at me while I talk nonstop for 8 to 10 minutes. And every once in a while I'll ask you, are you still listening? My therapist told me that I'm ready to let go of the need for people to like me. I said, I am so relieved, thank you. And when I do you think people will like me more? She said, Rita, what people think of you is none of your business. And I said, look, I'm a comedian now, so if they're thinking she's just not that funny, that's kind of my whole business. I'm a recovering mother, which means if I see a sippy cup or a pack and play, I can relapse at any time. Any mothers in the audience? Excellent. All right. Any alcoholics? Okay, I don't want to hear the same clapping going on, people. Any codependent people in the audience? All right, the codependent people and the alcoholic people find each other. You're going to hook up at the end of the day. Have you ever found that being a mother and being an alcoholic is strangely similar? Both run in families. I come from a long, long line of mothers. Think about that for a second. Both need to find a higher power, God, the universe, Oprah. And both don't get any help until they hit rock bottom. You know, and my rock bottom was one child. I have 2. More than that. I have 3 children. And, you know, in the beginning it seemed really fun. You know, I took that home pregnancy test, I peed on a stick, and you look through the window, and if it has 1 line, you're not pregnant, and if it has 2, then you are. And I was really excited, and I decided I'm going to surprise my husband. I'm going to bring the stick with me to the restaurant and put it in his cocktail. And he didn't notice for a while. And by the time he did, it had 3 squiggly lines. And he thought we were having triplets with fetal alcohol syndrome. After the first kid, the first initial days, I was so tired and exhausted and very hormonal. And I was convinced that I had postpartum depression because I was like, honey, I just want to throw this baby out the window. And he said, Rita, that is not going to happen. Because first of all, you're holding the cat. And second of all, that cat's not going anywhere because that's the only thing that's furry in this house that doesn't look like it was hit by a Mack truck. Yeah. So I'm a stay-at-home mom, and yeah, it's a thankless job with no pay, so I'm suing my children for harassment. I figured in their toddler years, between the screaming and the pulling on my skirt and the constant attention to the breast area, I've got a good case for a hostile work environment. Seriously. Do you remember when NASA was asking for volunteers to go to Mars and basically not come back? What percentage of those volunteers do you think were just stressed out moms? I mean, like travel, adventure, no kids, and you get to spend an indefinite amount of time with interesting adults? Like 95% must have signed up for that. At this point with teenagers, I'm kind of like the statue of Mommerty, you know? I've got a laundry basket in one arm, and I've got my daughter's iPhone in the other. And at my feet is a plaque that says, "Give me your tired and poor, huddled masses of dirty gym socks, because I yearn to breathe free when I walk into your bedroom." I was at my part-time job the other day, and I was telling someone, sometimes I feel more like a store clerk than a mom, because I'm always taking items that are misplaced and putting them back. And she said, "That's nice. Where are the soccer balls, ma'am?" And I said, "Aisle 3, welcome to Walmart." So I'm into nutrition and health. Anyone else into that? Yeah. Proud to say I went vegan and felt immediately better until lunch when I ate some meat. And so then I went paleo, and paleo is when you eat what the people in the Paleolithic era ate, which is vegetables and meats and tree bark and rocks. And the paleo people and the vegan people are like rival basketball teams. You know, instead of shirts and skins, it's hemp camisoles versus deer pelts. And so I was going paleo, and it was going great, but I noticed that there was all this bread in the house that was going bad. So I went from paleo to staleo. And then I went keto, which is about burning fat, right? And but I had this mad craving for corn chips, so I went from keto to frito to Dorito to Cheeto. Yeah. So I don't follow diets anymore. I just listen to my body and give it what it asks for. So yesterday I had 32 ounces of filtered water, 4 chocolate pudding pops, and Ryan Gosling. Great day. But you know, I'm also a spiritual person. I feel very connected to the universe, and you know, not to brag, but I get a lot of signs, you know. Like yesterday I was walking down the street and I saw a stone on the ground in the shape of a heart. A loving sign from the universe. And then I was at a cafe and I got a latte, and the foam was in the shape of a heart. Another loving, loving sign. And then I was sitting for a while in an upholstered chair, and I got up, and the sweat from my crotch made a stain on the chair in the shape of a heart. A loving sign that maybe I have a glandular problem, maybe just an embarrassing accident. Guys, you've been great. I could tell jokes like all night here, right? But you know, I gotta get school supplies and I gotta do some laundry. So you've been a great audience. Thank you so much.